Yeah guys, it's Mega Fish Guy 1001 back again, and today I got a new tank. It wasn't exactly today, it was 1 week ago, but it's a love fish tank. It's 4 litres bigger than my last one, and my last one that leaked. I did tell you guys on Google Plus, if you have your Google Plus and you follow me on there, and I got new Raminose tetras, and I refilled all the fish that unfortunately died. And so yeah, I believe it was the potato that killed off some of my last fish, but here are 3 Raminose tetras. I had 4, but one died. I believe it's because of stress, like right after I got it from the pet shop, so it's quite unfortunate. I added some fake plants actually. Reason for that is I just didn't think I had enough live plants, and I didn't want to care too much. And that's what this whole video is going to be about: how to care for beginner plants, such as this. I believe this is some type of cryptocoraine. I'm not quite sure. I have Java fern, Anubias, and Java fern as well though. So yeah, let's get started on how I take care of my plants. Now, there are 4 things that plants need to grow, especially aquatic plants. They need a good lighting system. On my old tank I had T8 lighting, but now I have LEDs. I'm not sure if LEDs are good or bad for plants, but these plants seem to do fine in them. I believe T5, T8s are way better than LEDs, but LEDs really make them look nice, I've got to admit, and they do well. I recommend T8 if you have beginners plants, and maybe just up the lighting if you've got harder plants to grow. Also, I think that lighting actually has a plant system. What you should do with lighting is you should put the plants that are most demanding for light in the middle of the tank, because that's where all your lighting comes from, and that is really useful, because then the plants that don't need more lighting don't get that much lighting, as they don't need the lighting. Bit of tongue twister there. Second thing they need is CO2. If you have beginners plants, such as cryptocoraine, sometimes crepes can be quite hard to keep full. But usually, unless you're doing hard plant species, then you shouldn't have to diffuse any CO2 into the water, because CO2 is actually already diffused into the water a little bit. Now that means there is CO2 in water anyway, so you don't need to worry about the CO2 balance if you've got easy plants. If you've got harder, more demanding plants, then you may want to get a CO2 diffuser. And there's this one that I really like, and I don't need it, but it's a Tropica one, and Tropica is like the best brand I know for taking care of plants. That's where I get all my plants from, and they have labels easy, hard, and you can look through their website, and they're so useful, especially to beginner aquarists. So I recommend that you have CO2 from Tropica, and the diffuser basically just looks like a see-through little box, and then it just diffuses bubbles really slowly into the water. Or you can have liquid CO2, which is another preferred option and is much more easier. All you have to do is put a bit of liquid in like every week, and then that's liquid CO2. Apparently it works with the oxygen in the tank, I believe. I'm not quite sure. I believe there is a website that explains about that. I might put it in the description if I can find it. After CO2, every good plant aquarist needs to have a good substrate, at least a good base. Now you can have sand. really advanced plants, then you might want to put dirt in. Of course, I have beginner's plants, so I'll just put sand in. But if you have really hard to keep plants, then you have to put dirt in. And if you have dirt in your tank, that will make your plant